So now that it's confirmed that David Tennant's return isn't some kind of multiverse thing, isn't some kind of meta-crisis Doctor, it is in fact the 14th Doctor, do we think that the 14th Doctor is pretty much going to be the same as the 10th Doctor, or are they going to be different? Let's talk about it today! Hello Whovians, Crispy Pro here and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a fabulous day, because I am, because we're talking about Doctor Who. Welcome back to one of my favorite series on the channel, according to Reddit. Today we are reading out a post called Will the 14th Doctor's Personality Be the Same as the 10th? By Omni Keezer. So it's going to be a very, very exciting day. But before you get into that, hey, why not like this video as it helps the algorithm, and subscribe if you have not already. We are trying to reach 30,000 subscribers, so if you can help me out, I'd really appreciate it, thank you. So most people know at this point, I'm sure, that David Tennant is back as the Doctor. He's not the 10th Doctor, however, he is indeed a new incarnation. The 14th Doctor to be exact, but obviously bears the same face as that of the 10th's. With that being said, that naturally begs the question if you think he's going to be similar or different to the 10th Doctor. David Tennant is nothing short of a phenomenal actor. So looking at his catalogue of performances, you could naturally believe that the 14th Doctor will be vastly different from the 10th Doctor in terms of personality and mannerisms. Although he did debut with the 10th Doctor's iconic what? It would be easy to presume that personality-wise, he'll be at least mostly similar to 10. Obviously his experience has gone up drastically from everything he's encountered from 11 plus, so it's really a toss-up. What do you think? Wow, that raises a really, really good point, because as you said, like from that regeneration, I was like, oh, the 10th Doctor's back. It didn't really hit me that, oh, this is the 14th Doctor, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, David Tennant's back. The 10th Doctor's back, woohoo! But, this is a new incarnation. So what do the people have to say? I'm gonna read out some comments, and of course, leave your comments down below what you think about this whole thing. Dunno, eh? Gonna have to watch the episode when it comes out. Well done. Well done. Very funny. Very good laugh. Haha. Haha. The way I see it, the Doctor has regenerated into an old body and the persona that goes along with that body with the memories from 11 onwards. Spoilers from set leaks, but we know he has all of the usual tics like Allons-y and brilliant, so it's safe to assume that it's just the 10th Doctor again. That's interesting. I think there is a video floating out there with David Tennant, saying Allons-y from the 60th, and I'm pretty sure all of us expected him to say that iconic saying. So yes, I do think we'll get all of your David Tennant mannerisms. You'll get all of that. We already had the what, okay? But I'm hoping that this might be, a more mature Doctor, because they had the whole Trenzalore thing, they had the whole timeless child thing. Not that I think that any of this is going to be brought up, but it would be nice to, see this Doctor, I don't know, kind of more developed. I don't know. I think it's safe to assume that 14 is going to be 10, but older, personality-wise. Story-wise, it makes sense for the Doctor to realize this and want to figure out just what the hell is going on. And real-world-wise, why get David Tennant back as the Doctor if you're not going to have him be Tennant Doc? I like the way you phrase that with 10 but older. I think that's pretty much what we're gonna get. Like, hopefully, a more mature 10th Doctor, but we're still gonna get all the usual tics. Honestly, it's just going to be the 10th Doctor again. But I really do hope we get a scene like in the Night of the Doctor where he lists off all his companions in between 10 and 14. Like having mentioned Amy, Rory, Clara, Bill, Ryan, Graham, Yaz, and Dan. I think it would be neat to hear Tennant reminisce on them. That would be cool. That would be a fun little bit of fan service for like the whole New Who thing. Because, a lot of people are scared that the 60th is just going to be a celebration of the RTD era. I don't necessarily want that to be the case. I want it to really celebrate classic Who and of course the Who that came after Russell the first time. So that's a neat way of doing it. But then of course the argument can be made that we just had the Power of the Doctor, which was a really cool celebration of classic Who. So I don't know how the 60th is going to celebrate Doctor Who, but in Russell we trust. I think it's very possible that we'll see a Doctor Who's less hyperactive and less wherever I go, I must sprint than 10 originally was, seeing as he's now supposed to be far older and has learned his lesson. But from what we've seen in the show, the trailers and the set footage, he'll make the same faces, he'll say the same quips. We already have what, and people crowding on the sets swore they heard Allons-y, so I don't think he'll be too different. In terms of personality, it'd make sense if he was a bit more muted, but it may not go that route. The change can't be too drastic because that would take away from the intention behind Tennant's reappearance. You can't remind people of Tennant and Tate and Cribbins and all the 2009 Who Mania if you don't make Tennant's Doctor behave like the whole other person. That'd go against the intended effect. Okay, I definitely get you, because I would like to see, you know, a bit more of a muted Doctor, you know, a bit like he's learned his lesson, but I feel like absolutely it would defeat the point of bringing David Tennant back if we didn't get, you know, that crazy, how did you put it? Wherever I go, I must sprint. That's very much the 10th Doctor. He ran down so many damn hallways. Not much point in bringing Tennant back if he's not gonna play basically the same character. I doubt he'll change much. Yeah, look, as you see, that's exactly what we're talking about just before. I don't know. I hope they do something different. It doesn't feel like this episode could just slide into series 4. It very well might be the case. I don't know. But I think it's an interesting thing to explore. The Doctor, you know, having the same body for the first time that we know of, is a really interesting concept, and I hope they explore that further, and I think they will. Because from the first line in the trailer is like, I don't know what's going on or something like, I don't know. I can't remember what the trailer said. I think Tennant is playing an older version of the 10th Doctor. He's exactly the same guy at his core, right down to his personality and unique vocal tics, but he's noticeably more humbled, mellowed out. For example, I think it would be cool if his vanity issues are toned down a notch, because he's had several centuries to grow and change as a person. Yeah, so I'm hoping at the end of the 60th, you know, once we've had this time with the Doctor, and it's time to introduce Ncuti Gatwa, you know, David's last lines, like a lot of people think, will be, I'm ready to go. And if that's the case, that is a brilliant bit of character work that I'm pretty sure Russell, all the way back in 2009, did not intend to happen, but it would work. It would definitely work for the 10th Doctor. Well, David Tennant's Doctors. David Tennant's Doctors, that's such a weird thing to say. That's such a strange thing to say, but I'm all for it. But as I said before, leave your theories in the comments below. Do you think the 14th Doctor is going to be the exact same as the 10th? Do you think the 14th Doctor is really going to stand out on their own? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like a bit of David Tennant content, I recently did make a music video for a very cringy song I made called David Tennant Is My Dad. That is up on my Patreon right now. That is the Patreon monthly exclusive video. So if you want to check that out, go and do so. Go and do so. It's pretty awesome.
David Tennant is my dad, not a boy, a freaking lad. David Tennant is my dad, how's he back? This is mad. Cause David Tennant, yeah, he is my freaking dad.
But that is going to do for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, please subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you very, very shortly for the next video, which I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be fun. And as the 10th and the 14th Doctor say, Halsey!
I've been seeing all the set reports. Catherine Tate is back, of course. Neil Patrick Harris going insane. But to me there's only one big name. David Tennant is my dad, I hope you're okay with that. David Tennant is my dad, how's he back? This is